Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to the Talking Wild Black Podcast. I'm Jared Lane. I'm here with my co-host, Joe Nathan Monique Thomas.
Edit. What's good?
And over here we have Mario Allen.
How you doing?
And last but not least, we have John Blower Back Outdoors.
Really? The backslayer.
Right.
Call him Sub-Zero.
And we got Mitten somewhere.
We're ripping them spines out.
Somewhere doing cat things.
No, she's laying under the couch still. She's still scared from that whole iPad.
Right.
Bruh.
So how was you guys' week, man?
It was cool. I'm still on vacation. So it was cool for me.
Educators, man.
Hey, what you mean?
Nice.
Nothing, man.
You
Y'all
said
got
it
it
like-
good. Y'all got it good.
Who
man.
got it good?
Y'all got a full summer, every weekend guaranteed off, and all the holidays. 2 weeks and at the end
Dealing
of
with someone's
December-
child whose parents don't want to work with them with their homework, so they got to come in doing their homework, helping them with their homework. Little nigga ain't got no type of mannerisms talking about fuck you, you ain't my mama, when all I want to do is show you what 2 + 2 is.
And if you, look, okay, you have long days, but if you was
2 + 2.
specifically just a teacher, you would leave at what, 3:30?
So what's wrong with that?
He said specifically. That's what's wrong with it.
I didn't say specifically that time. I said specifically. See?
But it.
Yeah.
All right, ass.
I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I heard Pacific. Pacifiers. My week was great.
Specific.
Yeah.
I think it rhymes. That's why you hear it.
No, I heard
I mean, don't make anything
Heard a
rhyme.
strong Pacific.
Spud.
I didn't hear the
Marshall
But-
don't make anything rhyme.
Specific.
or
Marshall car show.
You mean Joe Budden?
I
Third
don't
greatest
know.
rapper of all time?
Right.
Oh yeah, that was crazy, man. The
That
top 50.
Was Ludacris even on the list?
I don't even know.
No.
Ludacris was on.
That's cool.
Somebody was probably just a joke. I'm just saying. I mean, Joe Budden do have bars, but
He was too high. Drake was too high.
too
Busta
high.
was too low.
Yeah.
Push was too low.
That was Robert. Busta was low. Luda not even on there.
Eminem at 28.
But speaking of top rappers, let's talk about the top rappers right now. XXL released the freestyles of the up-and-coming rapping class freshmen. We have YB and Corday, Rico Nasty,
The Baby.
The Baby, Megan Thee Stallion,
Lil Mosey.
Little Mosey, the GOAT.
Why he talking out his lip, he know ain't shit sweet. Hey, hey, yo block, I'm going sweet. Hey, hey.
Lil
look at
Mosey,
me.
that's the
Light skin.
with the big fur.
Yeah.
He's on
YK
the light skins,
Osiris.
YK Osiris singing
Comethazine. It was a whole bunch of.
Comethazine, he was alright.
He was cool.
He was
He sounded like a more.
What was the other
aggressive-
person? Tierra Whack. What was the other person with them? Comethazine or somebody else? I don't know. I don't remember.
He said he rapped the least and get paid the most.
That was Blueface. And then he said he need a Kim Possible to play with his Rufus.
Hey, he said. He just said recently.
You said that was a more hard line, though, John. The first time you said it.
He said recently in an interview that he slept with over 1,000 women in the last 6 months.
AIDS is a wonderful disease.
Somebody got herpes, man. It's
Right.
Herpes is out here like toes in the summertime.
I mean,
That's a Tony Baker joke.
I think he was just joking.
he
don't know.
might do record safe stuff.
Blueface, baby.
So, yeah. I say YB and Corday, he probably had the best freestyle up there with Tierra Whack, Megan Thee Stallion, and the Baby. So
I'm gonna say.
I'm
go ahead.
not even gonna know. I don't even know which order to put them in.
Oh,
but
okay.
They're my top 4, I say, out of the bunch.
Agreed. That was my top 4. Me personally, I think I like Lil Baby's the second. Like my first keeps changing, but I the Baby. You put me on to him. I still like Lil Baby, but the Baby, he be going for no reason.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he goes. He just had a video on. He posted a video on IG yesterday. He was at a concert, and I guess this older guy and this real big girl. They was over there dancing on one of his songs, and like big girl mounted on him, like, and he just owned it. He was like, "Hey y'all, my uncle out here fucking," just like that. Then he like put the camera on him, and it's like this dude going to town, like they got clothes on. But I'm like, you kind of wonder if they kind of cut out the little genital areas and went
Just
to town
cause.
because she was just rolling on him, like just owning. I'm like, this looking like a Jamaican club.
No.
It wasn't as
Then
aggressive.
there would have been tables, ladders, and chairs.
Yeah. I was
Right.
about to say,
Oh my
exactly.
gosh! I saw somebody jump up high to a Jamaican woman like that. It was a Jamaican dude. You know
Right.
how
No,
I
I seen a Jamaican woman jump. I mean,
Off
big
of
girl off a tree or something, land on this dude like pelvic bone, straight booty. She gotta be at least
Keep
250.
going.
Jamaicans are not
250.
human. Or they like superhuman. They got the metagene or something.
So my top three, I have to go with Tierra Whack in this order: Tierra Whack, YB and Corday, and the Baby. And then honorable mention was gonna go to Meg Thee Stallion. I didn't rock too much with Lil Mosey's freestyle. He was just
That's the goat.
he too lazy with it, man. He just looked flashy, but that shit he was talking, it was just one in through one ear, right out the other one. You know what I'm saying? Comendazine, he reminded me of a hyper aggressive 21 Savage.
21.
Shout outs to 21. But he not. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I got maybe his appearance even a little bit, but they don't even look like each other. It's just something. I don't know if it's the hairstyle or the shaped head or something. I don't know. It could be. They got some rectangular heads,
They
but
got the
Black heads.
magazine head.
they got some
Heads.
Bart Simpson heads, like paper bags.
21.
Like money bag.
Slaughter Gang.
Yeah, man. Shout outs to 21, man. Peace and love. But yeah, those were my top ones, man. Did we all cover our top three?
John.
No,
John.
I'm honestly just flip yours, and I just feel like I'm gonna go. Definitely go Tierra Whack. My second is gonna be the Baby, and then my first would be Corday.
Okay. That's what's up. Yeah, everybody was talking like saying this class was okay. They said, I guess looking back at it now, people are saying like the 2016 class that was like very good, or they had good chemistry.
That shit
You know?
still
Hey,
ass.
dog, remind me of the 2016 class because I don't think we think about different years here.
Denzel Curry, Lil Yachty, Anderson .Paak, Designer,
21.
Kodak. I said Kodak Black.
No.
Lil Uzi Vert. Who you say?
Yeah.
21.
21, and then Lil Bo.
I said Lil Yachty.
You said Lil Bo.
I said Lil Yachty.
And out of all of them, only 2 of them spitting. And at that current time, when none of the other people even own what they own now,
Yeah,
like that was a 21 that no one wasn't messing with that 21. Like, let's just.
I guess people was talking about that energy in that cipher.
Man,
Yeah, everybody was like, oh,
energy
yeah,
don't mean nothing
Oh,
if you
Uzi
ain't
Vert.
on bars.
With the shoulder
They
stuff.
come in like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Yeah, no. It was,
Ain't that the one with little ugly guy? Ain't that his name? Ugly guy.
Ugly
is
slug
it the
guy.
same?
No,
What happened to that
no.
dude? Yeah.
He dropped water, then he dropped off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
But I say rap is in good hands after this class, though. It really is.
It's cool. You know, they all did their same thing. I mean, they wasn't bouncing off each other with the ad libs the same way that 2016 was, but they still come on. They did happen to pull out the likes of Anderson .Paak, Denzel Curry, 2 of my favorite artists of right now.
Right.
Yeah.
21 Savage, the most improved player of last year,
Right.
and counting. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Lil Uzi Vert, he got his cult following. Lil Yachty got his cult following. Kodak Black is Kodak Black.
Kodak hit or miss.
Designer, he doing his own thing. It seems like everybody's in their corner doing their own thing. Like they have core fan bases, but it's not like they're like this huge impact star. Like you got Anderson .Paak and Denzel Curry's like the biggest ones out there. So that class, I mean, for real, in retrospect, it's not as bad as I walked in initially thinking, because I was just in there like, oh, it's just going. I didn't think about Denzel Curry. I was like, oh, he's just gonna be.
Are we talking about
Just
the
think about
actual freestyle of them as artists?
as an artist?
As an artist, that is a good class, but as the XXL freestyle, it was ass.
I just remember people
Not-
just
not
sharing that
Anderson
video.
.Paak. I like
No,
Anderson.
outside of Anderson.
I remember people just sharing that video. They was on the show
That's
like
it.
that one, the clip with, the mumble rappers was in. They was like, man, this is trash.
Yes.
Was it so many people?
Boozy up there?
I pull it up in my Brinks truck.
And that's what,
On it to your face.
Lil
50 to
Mosey-
your face. Mr.
When
Close
he was-
case.
Lil Mosey, when he was like this beat, he got that from Kodak Black from that
Right.
freestyle. Yeah, they say he pulled from that. Well, I mean, other than that though, like,
I mean, music is gonna continue to change and evolve.
Yeah.
And, you're gonna have people that, and then you're gonna have people that,
spitters.
do it right.
I'm about to say, I don't know if
Why
this-
is there?
I was about to say, I don't know if that question is particularly the question to ask, if it's in good hands, because that would basically say that we're expected this class to bring hip hop back. Or
No.
Hip hop never left.
That's but what I'm saying is it already was in good hands.
Yeah.
I think we should
Right.
pose a different question, as in.
Moving on.
Absolutely.
What happened?
Rick Ross is rated higher than 50. Yeah,
He should
absolutely.
be. Like, he has more impact. I mean,
What 50 put out that was productive since
over here.
I
Get Rich
Get
or
Money?
Yeah, his first album was the shit. Like, it would probably go down in hip hop
And
history.
then the second one was just, not so
That's
much.
okay. Yeah.
It was great because he
Second
pulled,
one was Master?
he pulled up that he pulled up that same energy, that controversy when he did the clickety clank, Money in My
But-
Piggy
Biggie
Bank.
Bang.
Yeah.
But like Rick Ross, you get a Rick Ross feature, people look up to that. Like, oh shit,
Right.
Rick Ross on this shit. Oh, 50 on this shit. Somebody say that now. 50 on this shit.
Now, he tried to make a comeback with, what's my song?
Bitch on the
Came
man.
in the world,
Yeah,
nothing,
man.
crying, fussing.
I don't even know
Bitch,
what
I'm the
song.
man.
I don't even know.
I
what
don't
song.
even want to speak about 50 too much because he might come around
Right,
here
say
and say
he
we
owns-
order some money.
Right, speaking his name up.
I'm gonna send 50 an invoice just for us mentioning his name on this show.
Dang, I like this energy.
Yeah, okay.
It's about time somebody start doing it other than me.
Doing you a favor, man.
Yeah. Oh, you still got your thing going after Jay Prince?
Hey man, Jay Prince he gonna get us on, man. I'm telling you.
That's what's up.
I'm gonna get that interview or something one day.
All right,
Phone call,
Chop it
something.
up. Chop
He
it
can
up.
make a diss track over tape recorder.
Rose said he was willing to collaborate with 50 if he was still the man that he was
Yeah.
back then. He just don't have any. He doesn't have the pull. He doesn't have the value. Is what he
But
said.
that was a-
he don't have the.
that's
the-
I feel like they just.
It wasn't a shot.
That's
No, it
another
wasn't.
shot.
It wasn't a shot. He said legitimately,
Because-
like, because he backed it up with like what he was talking about. We was just listening to what was he talking about? Hate It or Love It.
Yeah.
The other day, while like driving around smoking. He was like, that's the songs is dope. He just said since Get Rich or Die Trying, he ain't really put nothing else out since that particular time.
And he rebutted. He spoke about that too.
Yeah.
50.
50 did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
I didn't know that.
He just pretty much said Rick Ross was in the same boat. In a nutshell,
Oh,
he sounded like a woman scorn.
I feel
that's
like.
not true.
I feel like.
Right.
Because Rick Ross showed countless times he can be the bigger man and things like that, and like, very feuds or things
Right.
like that with each other, things like that.
He
very
living that
beef.
boss life.
He really can, but I feel like 50 is just too petty. Like, he always like come and say some stuff.
Right.
I feel like it's 50 side that don't want to like
I mean,
his camp.
50
that
You
don't
heard
wanna
what he did with
get
Floyd
pull out the
Mayweather
hand. What?
recently?
What?
Long story short, Floyd Mayweather posted on Instagram the top 5 reasons why 50 ain't winning. He brought up Ace of Spades and the comparison to his effing. He brought up Diddy and the vodka. He brought up music, and he brought up something else. I can't remember. And 50 was like, "You're right, and you won. You're one of the most decorated boxers in the world." He just started praising him, and then at the end of it, he was like, "No, can someone please help him read this?" Like, he just killed it. Like, 52 petty.
Yeah, I mean, 50 said on the Rick Ross thing, man, when Ross was in the hospital ventilator, it was like, if he dies, he dies. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude. I mean,
Cause
I don't know. It's definitely...
Yeah. Because it was on the Drink Champs or something, and it was like Noriega was like, "Oh, you did that too? Like, you just was the bigger man like that?" Talking to Rick Ross, like, "Yeah, like all that beef shit dead for real, you know."
Yeah, Rose is a mediator of sorts.
Yeah, he definitely is. Because especially
Speaking of
going
that-
through that wall with Wale and
Yeah.
Meek Mill beef.
Yeah.
Wally and Meek Mill and Drake. He
Yeah,
was just
Meek
saying
Mill
that
and
they
Drake.
didn't have a beef. They had issues. They had differences. He was saying beef was like pretty much what's going on in Compton and Crenshaw and all of that. Like, that's beef. He was like, these are just two grown men that just don't see eye to eye about a particular
Right.
situation, and he could see past that. But yeah, like Rose, he that dude, man. He just
Right.
He just lied a lot.
yeah, he doing his
Just
thing.
did some things.
A good topic we can bring up though, if we talk about since we
The
brought up
album.
50, the album too. But a good thing we can bring up is talking about like 50's like in retrospect, really. Besides like the whole Murder Inc. camp, which they annihilated, he really didn't win any beefs that he's had since then. Besides maybe Young Buck, that's subjective.
They brought up Kanye West too, and Floyd Mayweather brought up Kanye West when he wanted to drop the Massacre. When Kanye dropped, what he dropped?
Graduation.
No, he dropped Curtis when he dropped
Dropped
Graduation,
Curtis,
and
yeah.
they was
Right,
talking
and
about
then-
who's gonna sell more at 106 and
He
Park.
was on 106
And
Park.
Kanye
Murdered
murdered him.
And that's what
You want to know what else it was? Is because Curtis was already tainted by the beef because it was supposed to have been called something else, but it got changed to Curtis because before then 50 was just beefing with Cameron, and Cameron was digging into 50. That's where that whole Curtis. Then he thought he was gonna flip it on.
Let's just think about it. What was Kanye's first single for Graduation?
Good Morning.
Can't Tell Me Nothing.
Yeah.
And what was Curtis' first single? Laughing at the Bank.
Come
on, man. You know.
That was a single.
That was a single, and then he dropped Amusement Park. But I think after Can't Tell Me Nothing, Kanye dropped The Good Life, which didn't age too well, but around 2007, that was a great song.
Wasn't Curtis the same album that had So Seductive? That was a single too, right?
Yeah,
that
was after the album dropped, though, I think. I want to say.
Dancing on me.
No. That was
Tony Yayo.
Tony Yayo's. He had the one with
Hey, Tony Yayo, my guy.
Justin Timberlake. Computer.
Technology.
Ayo Technology. Yeah. That's the song.
Hey, call it what you want. Tony Yayo, my guy. We waited when
John
50.
Cena.
Wait,
about
50 just let it be known like we waiting on Yayo. We waiting on Yayo. Then he finally get out and drop. I'm like, oh.
He's like G Unit's Freaky Zeke.
Right.
Like, where the hell is this dude?
All right, so we have a whole lot of new releases to get through. We first gonna start with some Famine Red and Lamar B, who dropped some projects recently. Famine just had 2 tracks. I think Lamar B had like 5.
4.
Yeah, 4. Yeah, Can't Stay Away, R.I.P., FOH, and I can't remember the second one. But I know the latter, the last 2, FOH and R.I.P., were produced by the homie Money Code. Producing buddies, that's the homie. Shout outs to you. But yeah, Lamar B, man, he goes, and he definitely has a unique cadence with the raspy voice, and he goes like you were saying. And for him to be 19, you know, he got a story to tell. You know, getting in an accident and whatnot, it just changed his perspective and things like that. And that's what drew me in. It was like, oh, you got an accident? What's going on? Like, you sound like you got a story to tell. So I'll be peeping you, Lamar. And then I gotta listen to them Lucy's. Like, I gotta listen to Gold and the other one you dropped. But keep doing your thing, man. Same thing. Famine Red was killing it. Like Famine Red been Cleveland's own. He been killing it, man. He was able to go on Sway's Universe and do a interview with Sway. So that was a big shot.
Check that out.
Yeah, that was dope, man. Yeah. And then he's a dope engineer. A lot of projects from Cleveland artists you probably don't even know. He engineered them joints. Yeah, he engineered all of Fresh Produce's last album, Phases. Fire, like he'll beef your track up, bro. And he spit and he make his own beats. And I think he produced those 2 tracks from that project. King ain't been crowned on his own. So shout outs, King family, man. It's a pleasure, you know, calling you my bro. Keep doing your thing.
Joe,
for me, it's a bit refreshing because when you think Cleveland or Ohio artists, you get that capping style of rap. I don't want to sound too.
Do you come in on a 2 or a 4?
Right. And we just gonna leave it at that. And it's just refreshing to just hear some people spitting from Cleveland. Not to say that others don't, but just to hear people not necessarily go with the same thing,
same themes and
right. Yeah. It's a bit refreshing, and if we can push that more, that'd be terrific too. Like, don't stop listening to, you know, whatever you like. Like, if you like that cap and style, go ahead and listen to it. But I'm saying, like, we could push this too, like, because it's hard. It's good music.
You know what I'm saying? Be versatile, well-rounded. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And to be honest with you, the people that's winning right now, per se, mainstream and stuff. You gotta look at the groups that's winning. They do bring lyricists to the table. Right. So, you know, maybe that's what they're looking for. Maybe they're looking for those kind of people and stuff. Mm-hmm. Maybe, you know, and then too, I just think maybe it's time for us to push each other to something else too. Try something different, man. I don't think we've necessarily found a sound here yet.
Absolutely.
No, I feel like honestly, the Cap era was like a time where we was trying to figure it out and figure out who we are. So.
I guess the closest we would say is Bone. I guess, but that was still like a little West Coast.
Right.
Yeah, it was a little West Coast influence. So, but yeah, man, definitely, we should definitely keep pushing, you know, these people and the people that already been on. But, you know, I just think it helps to spark everybody's creativity. And I think that's what we need to keep doing, man.
That's good to say, spark everybody's creativity. That's
for sure.
Moving on, we have YBN Cordae's, his Lost Boy album.
Edit.
What?
I just felt like saying
I'm like, what happened? Dang, I lost my track.
Lost Boy.
Next up, we have
That boy was lost, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was. We have YBN Corday's album, The Lost Boy. Basically, it was released. Yeah, I'll say it's a good album. For real. It reminds me of an old J. Cole. I think my favorite tracks is On My Way Home. It's called On My Way Back, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The song he has with Meek Mill, I can't think of the name right.
I've been chasing dreams and I'm tired of chasing or whatever you said.
Wintertime too.
I felt that, but I'm gonna keep chasing.
But and R&P too. But I was just really what sparked my interest with YBN Cordae before the album really released. It was a snippet of his performance on the Jimmy Fallon show with him and Anderson .Paak, and I was like, oh shoot,
that song.
Yeah.
They went in.
They had like not only they had chemistry. It sounded like they had chemistry on the song, but on the stage presence as well, on the stage performance. Like they was going at it. They had a lot of applause from it.
Yeah, that was fire. And then like I was saying, well, not like I was saying, like I was thinking. But yeah, he mentioned also that on that album, a lot of those collaborations was because they were actually in the same studio working together. It wasn't like how a lot of albums are put together now with the convenience of, hey, I'll just shoot you the email.
Right.
I'll email you this track, you throw your vocals on it, send it back, and then we'll get my engineer over here to just tie it up. It kind of, it's cool because of the convenience. It's fast, quick. You save yourself a ticket or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the time, it comes at the cost of potential chemistry between you two. Now, some people can do it like that, but other people, it's just you having that organic, face-to-face, bouncing ideas right off each other live on the spot. It's something about that. That's what made 90s music so dope. It's like Boyz II Men were all together. It wasn't 4 different guys on 4 different parts of the country recording their portions, you know what I'm saying? And, all the group efforts and stuff then. I think that's something that we're starting to slowly see come back into the forefront, but we really need that. Like, that's super dope just to have that more face-to-face collaborations and groups, period. Like, because Pretty Ricky was rocking it for last decade. Like, that's why they stay relevant, because at that time it wasn't really no male singing group with some rappers in it since who knows when that was tearing it up. It's like people ate that up because we missed that. We don't have that, so it'd be pretty dope to have something like that.
Yeah, bring it back. Yeah.
Yep, bring it back sometime.
Make music for the hormonal fueled teenagers.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta have something for teeny boppers. The word exists for a reason. You gotta have something to teeny bop.
Right.
You gotta have something to teeny bop. Bop flops, bop it up, bop bop.
Man, what do they play at the middle school, high school? What do they play at the middle school, high school dances now?
The same stuff.
Old Town Road.
Okay.
We listen to that too.
They twerk the Old Town Road.
Man.
They play the baby. They love NBA YoungBoy and Moneybagg Yo.
People really love NBA YoungBoy.
Like the younger generation loves them. What's my dude?
Drake made a care package, and
Y'all want to talk about it?
Let's talk about Rose.
Y'all can talk about that.
Let's talk about Rose, man. What?
Care package.
You ain't like it?
You don't like them little songs?
You asked me if I like some songs that we've heard though.
I mean, but you don't have to dumpster dive for them anymore.
That's
on the
true.
internet. You could just list them all from the same app.
Wait, so
And you
YouTube
forget.
and the song is dumpster diving?
I mean,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, you have to switch apps though.
It's not like we're not in LimeWire age anymore, fellas. I mean,
But what if
But who really thinks about those songs in particular? Like, because he just
you
Okay.
forget.
But that's what I'm saying.
then
Like,
I
those
get it.
songs weren't. I mean,
they're not good enough to
I
actually
ain't gonna
want to
say
look for.
woo.
Jonesy Freestyle.
Josie
Oh,
Freestyle.
this the track list right here. Dreams Money Can Buy. That beat alone hard enough. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. The motion was cool. The motion goes hard. How about now is cool. Trust issues.
Trust issues. Yeah.
Trust
But what I'm
issues.
saying
Days
is,
in the East.
But what I'm saying is,
Draft day.
On your daily. I want to.
That Diddy beat 4 p.m. at
What I'm saying is,
Calabasas.
on your daily listen to music, do you think about these songs and be like, man, I gotta YouTube this real quick?
But then when
Half
you
of
hear
the
it,
songs,
but
half
when
of
you
the
hear
songs,
it,
I don't even think about them.
but then when you hear it, you be like, oh my God, this was such a hard track.
song. I mean, that happens with all music because we all have like these vast libraries now because of streaming.
That's true.
The
I
streaming
just-
platforms.
Girls love Beyonce. Can I?
I just
Paris
I can put this on my.
music.
I can put this on
I
my
get
playlist.
this to him.
Yeah.
Get your bag, bro.
Yeah. Coming up
And Farouk
next, Rick Ross released the highly anticipated Port of Miami 2. I really don't have much to say about this. I listened to it twice today.
Hey.
Yeah, I know. I had a busy weekend, bro. I had a busy week. Just like the first day I had to myself.
Rose is delivering like
he's
the pizza.
From what I heard, like
Uber Eats in this bit.
Mm-hmm.
He's delivering.
Is it better than you expected though? Because I think it was you on the podcast.
It doesn't deserve the name, like Joe says, Port of Miami 2.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier.
To be Port of Miami.
Like,
I don't know about that, man.
I don't know, but it has to
I
listen
feel
to me.
like his evolution. It just shows his evolution. It's coming
oh, don't
from
get it
like,
twisted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't get it twisted.
Like
it's
like
a
we can't
hard
expect him to
album.
stay in one spot.
Definitely.
I'm not saying it's not a hard album because the album's hard.
Yeah, I'm still
it
saying.
just don't. It should have been. It could have been called
But
something
you
else.
said you give it a 7.9.
Just for this reason alone, just because Maybach Music 4, he said he got pushed and Lil
Bruh,
Wayne
yeah,
on the track.
That was a killer.
Yeah.
Like it was a solid 8.5 for that. But when I heard everything, I don't like Act a Fool.
You don't like Act a Fool?
No, I don't.
It's alright.
I don't like it.
I
And
don't
for
like
it to be
Act a Fool either.
and then for it to be the first track on your album,
That was his first
like,
single he released.
I'm saying that it's the number one track on the album.
So y'all ain't like Turnpike Ike with the
Oh, that was just hard.
That shit hard.
Turnpike Ike is hard.
Turnpike.
Nobody's favorite is nice. Summer Rain is cool.
Summer Rain,
White
yeah.
Lines is cool. Big Time go hard.
Yeah.
Some of these singles he shouldn't even drop yet.
Like Big Time?
Right.
He should have said that.
Bogus Charms with him and Meek was nice.
Yeah.
Rich Nigga Lifestyle with him and Nips was nice.
that
Born
was
to Kill with Jeezy was cool. Fascinated go hard.
Yeah.
Fascinated is the truth. Still, I still pray with Lucci and Ball Greasy nice. Running the Streets with him and Curry and Boogie with the Hoodie nice. Vegas Residency is hard. Maybach Music, shout out to John Legend.
Man, yeah, shout out to him and John Legend, but I
He
feel like he
killed
worked
it
with
for
John
me with
Legend
the
a
Pusha
little
T
bit too
thing,
much, though. I don't know.
I mean,
And Gold Roses was
they got
nice
chemistry.
too.
Yeah, they do got
That's the
chemistry.
same thing. He worked with John Legend the same amount he worked with Drake.
That's true, too.
So, you know.
Oh, he shouldn't have dropped Gold Roses either. He should have kept that for the album.
He
Right?
should have kept all that for the
Especially
album.
that's the last track, too.
Right, Gold Roses was the truth. Like, and then
Yeah.
you hear it on the album, it's like, man, you just took away from it. Like,
Just like Real Friends with Kanye.
right. If he would have kept that on the album, people would have looked at it a little bit differently.
Yeah, Act a
Just a
Fool
little bit.
was disappointing.
Right.
Only because Wale been trying to come back and Wale been spitting, and I don't know what he was talking about on that track. Man.
Do you feel
He
like?
talking about shoes, man.
Do you feel like
That
him
song
and
had
Meek
nothing
switch
to do with
roles?
shoes, though.
Am I the only one that think him and Meek can switch roles? Like Meek is the more conscious,
Yeah,
political person,
Yeah.
and Wale's trying to be this, you know.
What's the
Travis
song Rick
Scott
Ross
had
said,
the
I was a
Jackson.
dirty nigga with new shoes?
I
Kept
don't
saying
remember,
with
but
clean-
it was
I
hard.
like how his voice changed, man.
I'm a
It
dirty
sound like-
nigga with clean shoes. Real shoes.
I like. How
I like
his
nobody's
voice
favorite, man.
Yeah, nobody's favorite.
Shout out
I
to
just like that
Gunplay.
beat.
Gunplay underrated.
Hell yeah.
His mixing on that track was terrible, but I mean, there was a whole lot of highs. It was piercing.
Hell yeah, but yeah, it's dope. I gotta sit with me some more though, like for real. All right, so Houston's own Maxo Cream released this album called Brandon Banks.
Edit.
What did I say? Because I messed up Maxo Cream.
No, I just felt like saying.
AR-5700 magazine clip, Chopperata article, put you on the news quick. I ain't gotta say shit, my little niggas gon' hit 13, and he just got down with the crib. Loose lips, seen serious families get killed with the 223s like LeBron and Mike extend.
We know Mario does what he does.
All right.
Distracts.
What?
And destroys.
What did I destroy? You destroyed Max.
That's called that's called a Mick Jagger in Hobbs and Shaw.
John.
Hold on, this is going way sus, man. Because if y'all know anything about Mick Jagger, dude.
I don't know nothing about Mick Jagger.
But that's what we
And I
call
didn't say-
distract, and then like when
Sus.
somebody else really doing the action or something like that.
I'll start to
Flawless.
play what the moves like
Sus.
Jagger means.
But anyway, Maxo Cream released the album. Houston's own Maxo
This
Cream.
message was brought to you in part by John the chiropractor Doris.
He released the
You want your
album.
back
I like
straightened
that
out or bent up?
Oh man.
Call John.
Oh my gosh.
Chiropractor.
Tanisha gonna be listening.
That's all right.
Okay.
Anyway, so Maxo Cream.
Released the album.
Weird
Brandon-
name for this moment.
He's Nigerian or half Nigerian. I don't know. Was his mother's Nigerian too? I know his dad is. But I don't know. He released a.
I have Wikipedia told me it.
His dad Nigerian's mama black.
Yeah, he released an album. I think y'all tripping. Focus. Fat Black Jacket. Yeah.
Gap tooth, fat, black, janky.
Motherfucker. Yeah. Now, what's that one line he said?
I'll eat ass.
His Nina.
Oh, dude,
Has
that
a
was
dick. He
ridiculous. I heard it
masturbated.
again the other day. I was like, what?
Wait, what?
Cringe bars.
This your guy? That's so. This your guy?
He had a line like that though. That was on, but that's on Drizzy Draco though. That song hard though. But
I bet.
But speaking of Drizzy Draco, is that a play on Drake and Soulja
Yeah,
Boy?
Soulja Boy. Yeah.
I was because I listening back to it again. I was like, oh, I get it now.
But I don't know how Drizzy is even hard in the slightest bit, except for he'll just go off on you in a diss track.
yeah. But
Your name, Bush.
honestly, I think it's one of the better albums releases this year. I personally mess with it for real.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, because he brings like an honesty to an honest perspective.
Too honest.
He's too honest.
He tells on himself.
Yeah, I feel like, but you know, his first track, Meet Again, that was dope because he was like talking to.
That is definitely.
He's like talking to somebody in prison, just like giving him like what's going on in their life and his life too. That's like really dope.
You know what vibe that made me feel like? It felt like T Grizzly.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And then also I didn't even know I needed a Maxo and Schoolboy Q collab because that shit was hard. Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
They outside camping your house like they
Spice Lane was hard.
looking for J's and stuff.
8 figures.
And they, like all his
Hard.
gritty
8 figures was hard.
Oh,
That beat
bruh.
change up.
Yeah.
Murder Block.
Murder Black, like all the gritty street bangers are like hard as fuck.
Jared's favorite song is She Live.
I like Biscuit.
That's not my. Actually,
Biscuit.
mine is Brenda. His version of Brenda.
His favorite rapper, Meg Thee Stallion.
That's not my favorite rapper.
Currently.
Meg just has some
No.
nice ad-libs on that song. She was
But
good.
his own version of Brenda Got a Baby. That was really dope.
Yeah,
pretty
it
cool.
was.
That was cool. The song I really don't like is the Travis Scott one.
Yeah.
Relay. That's the only one I think he could have kept. But all of them, majority of the ones, they're dope to me for real, and all the features. So I give it what you say. Like the lowest is a 7.5, the highest is 8.5.
Oh wow, I thought you was gonna say this like album of the year.
It's one of the better. I think it might be one of my tops by the
Your
end.
top
though.
4 by the end of the year.
I think it's
Your
going to
Mount
be.
Rushmore of the year.
I think it might be like the number 5 spot. I feel like it depends who I release, but
So you said number 5. So who's ahead right now?
Courtney. Trigger.
You gonna say Dreamville?
you're right.
The Big Day.
No, that's yours.
We're
You
being-
said we
we're
was
being
hating
petty
on
right
dude
now.
at first. No, last week he said we was hating on Chance the Rapper. This week it's like it's okay.
It's like
No, I
You
did
feel
say.
so-
I did say he's getting unfairly.
judged. Yeah.
No, you
He
said
had
we
to-
was hating on him.
Yeah, you did. He had to sit
Last
and
week.
reflect for a minute.
Yeah, you last
like,
was like,
now
oh,
looking
I
at
hate
this
it.
track list.
It's like,
Yeah, that wasn't that high. That wasn't either. I remember those bars in that song. Yeah,
but
you
I
messed
found out though too, like Jay-Z sequenced this album for him, so that's what's up.
Right.
Well, he should have sequenced Chances. Totally. Take all this shit.
I think
He
Nicki
had
had.
Kanye. No, he
No, I
had
think
Kanye.
didn't Nicki have the final say so, like the track list
Yeah,
or something?
supposedly is.
Why?
Why though?
She had the best
Weird.
verses, except for her.
She had the last word on the whole album.
and which was a good verse.
No
too.
wonder.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It makes it's coming full circle.
And then her verse on
you
Slide Around.
manipulated my boy's big day. Damn.
Right.
I want to put it in the topic too.
What's up?
Another one. This makes me feel ancient though, but
Stick it in there.
8 years until to the day I think Thursday or Wednesday, Watch the Throne had released. I feel so old.
Yeah, they
for
said 8 years.
8 years. I was like, damn.
For the longest, I did not know that the beat for the Dodge Challenger commercials was from that album. Because I never listened to the album. Then I found
You
out
said
that was
Watch the
search in a
Throne,
while.
Game of
And I was
Thrones.
like,
Oh, yeah.
Watch
that
the
beat is
Throne.
hard.
I'm thinking
Jay-Z
you
and
talking
Kanye.
about. No lie.
Not Game of Thrones.
Not Game
I
of
swear,
Thrones.
that's what I'm thinking about. Because I'm sitting here like,
Jay-Z letters.
I'm sitting here like, man, fuck that for real.
No,
Watch the Throne.
It was 8 years.
Man, God bless. I love it. I still listen. What's my favorite song? It's like a slow motion video right now. What's that? Illest Motherfucker
Illest
Alive.
Motherfucker.
That's my motivation
Really?
music when I gotta go get to it.
I feel like some of the songs didn't age too well though,
Shit.
but like
Shit.
Ham. I don't think-
Oh, Ham, yeah, but
Ham was
what's my
over
song?
immediately.
Prime Time
Ham
goes
was
hard.
Prime Time. I don't think
Ass when it
niggas
came
in
out.
Paris.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think niggas in Paris aged that
But they
well.
was spitting on that song.
Jay-Z was. Kanye, he was all right.
Kanye was being the new Ye.
No, he wasn't.
On Niggas in
He was
Paris?
still. He was back.
Even in that production choice, that was all that new. That's
I
that.
don't
That's that MAGA hat.
A lot of people don't like Liftoff. I thought that was
Liftoff was-
musically was good.
Right.
Musically.
Otis.
Jay-Z, I think Jay-Z didn't like that track though.
Right.
Otis.
Yeah,
Otis
Otis.
is
Okay,
true.
yeah, Otis. Yeah, that's the truth. Prime time.
Why I love you.
Why I love you.
Bro.
That's my bitch.
That's my bitch.
Murder to Excellence.
Murder the X. That aged pretty well for real, especially the second half of that song. Like people should just play that for Black History Month.
Right. My
Peanut butter face though.
You're right. What's the other song? I Can't Stop.
That's I Can't Stop.
That's it.
Yeah.
Who gonna
Who gonna stop me now? Who gonna stop me?
It flips I Can't Stop by Flux Pavilion. That
Yeah.
song is hard. The actual I Can't Stop is hard. Dubstep. I don't really listen to dubstep, but I fuck with it.
I like Jay-Z verses on Jay-Z verse on Who Can Stop Me Now. That's dope. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It was around
What?
that time 2011.
What you think about Shadows in the Closet?
Shadows in the Closet.
There's R. Kelly.
No, that's just a distraction I just made for you.
Like that sound like some move in a video.
No,
game
that's,
or
I
some
wouldn't be
fight
surprised
game.
if that's gonna be in Kanye's next album.
Shadows in the Closet.
Yandi?
Hey, somebody said his track list got
Release.
leaked.
I don't care.
Me neither.
Yeah, I was about to say I could care less.
Like,
I'm just putting it because it's still the music
Kanye, I just
section.
want to let you know, man, and I say this out of love, you fucked up. It's
Yeah.
gonna take miles and miles to rebuild something that wasn't even.
right.
No, he fucked up, right?
You definitely.
That's all I got for music though. The Browns had their first preseason game.
That's what 5 years of school.
Hey.
I came right home right after the work and ordered me a large piece of wings. I did, and I ate that shit. Watched the game.
Well, that's what you gonna do with it.
I ain't have any beer though, so
Yeah, that's right.
I know. But
Hey, shout out to the Browns.
shout out to the Browns.
Shout out to my guy that was standing outside.
Cleveland football is back, baby.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Mittens.
Shahi, Giuseppe. Shout
Oh,
out
that's
to
his
you.
name.
You slept on the beach. You slept outside a 24-hour fitness space. You lied and said you knew the assistant GM. You did what you had to do, man, to get on the field.
Right.
That's unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
You
And
laughing,
And
you
he made it
laughing, but
happen.
it's-
He made it happen.
Yeah, you
He made it
laughing, but he
happen.
made it happen and returned the punt on
Yeah.
your first
He
Right.
did.
Yeah.
He did though.
He
Like,
yeeted.
That's literally.
he can write a book though.
That's inspiring.
It's a
Now
movie.
the question is, are they gonna use him again?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope he makes the team.
But this is
Right.
what I've been saying for the longest. I was like,
Do
look,
we
we
know
just
who he
need to
covered
hire
already?
people off the corner to play for the Browns because it was better than our players at the time. Here we have it. My theory is completely correct.
Hey man, Negro Don was over there.
Yeah. And Paul Mooney.
Yeah, Paul.
No, because that's his name, Negro Domus.
But yeah, so shout out to the Browns, man. Y'all got a 30-10 win this past Thursday.
Blew they ass out.
First off, I just want to say they went no huddle to come out. And now it's coming out that they called the Redskins and said, hey, we just going to be nice and tell y'all we going no huddle in the first series. So y'all ready.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, you know, you think you coming out with a regular game plan. You don't expect nobody to go no huddle from right from the get-go. They called them and said, hey, we going no huddle. Baker, get one drive. We going no
And they
huddle.
won, and then he didn't come back in at all.
No.
He ain't more
And
Jarvis.
what was so impressive was Jarvis never played or Odell didn't play.
So all they do
So they literally did that with your
third string. and second.
they flexing hard right now. They saying,
But what
Watch-
did the
watch
Redskins
this.
use?
watch this.
their first team.
Y'all got to watch us for this season.
It's like what's it called?
Redskins had their first team defense out there.
It's like Game of Zones. They took
They flexed on
they
them.
took the goat and the people dude in the wheelchair and stuff like that. Like, hey, you get in the game.
It was like Frieza. I'm only using 1% of my power, and I killed all your boys.
He pretty much did.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what the
man.
Browns is doing.
So
They flexing
Baker
hard.
just threw that bitch one
Just
time.
did one drive.
No,
One.
he did one drive.
He
He
scored
was
a
5 or
touchdown.
6.
Yeah.
And if Odell was in the game, that drop wouldn't have been dropped.
Right.
So basically,
So then he just came out and then they just put all the B and C listers in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
he
So,
just
yeah,
came
so
out,
basically what he's
went
saying
down
now-
the drive in a minute. Basically went down the field.
What we saying
Maybe
now is
some
you
yards.
should buy your Browns stuff right now before it shoots up
Right.
$200 when we go to the championship.
Yeah,
Because
pretty
it looks like it, that
Right.
if we play like this, this year.
Defense was monsters.
I will humbly and happily say that you guys were right. 'Cause I was definitely before the Odell move. I was team same shit. When Odell came over, I was like, oh,
the shit.
I
was taking it back when OBJ got over, and then I was hearing about Jarvis and Baker doing great. I'm like, oh, it looks like the GM's actually doing homework.
Right.
Oh, they're not doing the same stuff. They weren't sniffing the lines over there with the other dumbass quarterback we had for the last 2 years.
Money Manziel.
Yeah.
Which one that was crazy?
You got Freddie Kitchens as the coach.
Which one that was crazy? People still talking bad about the Browns.
Of course.
You know, like when I listen to the sports shows or whatnot, it's more so people still blowing down. Mm-hmm. Like, we not going to win games this year. Like, that's something we haven't been doing. Like, we haven't been winning games. And now we're about to start winning games, and people just can't be proud about that. Right. They still blowing down. They're still not going to win a Super Bowl. They still not going to be the whatever champions.
Cleveland versus the world, we always get dissed. Even football team, basketball team.
Because I feel like the Lions don't even get dissed like how we get dissed at all. And they just as bad. Well, was.
Right. Was.
So
shit, they ain't been sweet since Barry Sanders.
I think they fucked up when they with who retired. What they call him? Megatron
Johnson.
Yeah,
they wasn't doing much with him either. He's definitely a top receiver ever, probably top 5, but still.
Hey, speaking of football, I had to do my research on Shannon Sharp. Apparently, he that man. He was that man.
Oh, Shannon Sharp was a beast.
Yeah, I ain't know.
No, he ain't no joke.
Shannon Sharp was a beast, and his brother was even better, but his brother got injured.
Did he play for the Vikings?
Ravens
I think he played for the Ravens. Most of his time was in Green Bay.
Oh,
okay.
He was a tight end in Green Bay.
But he broke some records. I was like, damn, Shannon.
He was definitely a beast.
Man, like, I already messed with Shannon because he's funny as hell, but the respect level went up too. Right.
He got a Crown Royal bag in his back pocket.
Right.
And he smoked.
And a black.
But I can respect him more
Freak.
because he actually, he did the thing.
Hey, you know how like Wiz and them have like blunt rollers? You think he had like somebody that traveled with him to freak his mouth?
Right.
He got a mouth freaker.
That's how I don't smoke. I don't even know what freaking it means. I just know it means preparing it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. This is when you take off the inside wrapper.
Hey man, we don't talking about black knows nothing about smoking. We are all wholesome Christian folk.
Right.
That was no way, folks. I'm sorry.
Right.
So are we going to talk about Mahomes better than Aaron Rodgers?
Mahomes better than Aaron Rodgers.
That was the topic.
Is
do y'all want to talk about
Mr.
it?
Rogers?
I mean, that's on y'all.
First off, no.
Right.
Second, in Madden, yes. This S Factor jump off, bro, it's ridiculous. You can be running this way and just like throw it backwards 95 yards as a touchdown. I
think the fact is Mahomes just had one season, one great,
outstanding
season. So we just gotta wait and see.
Right.
It's too early to tell.
Aaron Rodgers can't chug a beer, but it's okay.
Aaron Rodgers still like the GOAT of QBs. Tom Brady.
As much as that hurts me.
Right.
Yeah, it is Tom Brady, but I mean, it was on the Mount Rushmore of QBs.
Yeah, he's definitely up there.
Yeah. So
Of all time?
Aaron Rodgers, yes.
Yeah.
He up there.
I don't think Drew Brees will be up there.
Oh, he
up there
Drew
too.
Brees is definitely up there.
Damn, we're losing space on this Mount Rushmore real fast. We have a bunch of great quarterbacks.
Mount Rushmore is clearly not 4 people anymore. There's a whole mountain.
No, man, it should be 4 people.
It just
if you have to pick 4,
right.
between your Steve Youngs, your Troy Aikmans, your Brett Favre's, your all of them.
There's a whole nother mountain, though. I'm just saying.
That's how great they are.
4 people decided we gonna be selfish and carve themselves in the mountain. There's other space for other 3 people.
It sounds to me
you
like
know
you
what
just can't
about-
pick 4.
And you know that
They
mountain,
are good.
the people who carved their face on that mountain, that land that was on wasn't even theirs.
Exactly.
So,
Whoa, hey, hold on, man.
Thank you, Jared, for backing me up in this this argument right here. This is talking about black. I don't know what y'all expected.
Black man smile.
This is talking about black. Don't know what you guys expected, but
Fuck, you mean?
but anyway, no. Mahomes is not better than Aaron Rodgers.
Nah, he's not.
Not yet.
so
He does some crazy stuff, man. He's throwing no look passes for no reason.
Between
I
his
just don't
legs,
get
though.
it. Like, what are you doing, dude? Like
mid-air in between the leg. You remember them Nerf commercials? You remember the Nerf commercials? How they was flipping them passes? Yeah, that's
he's
him.
Nerf.
Nerf or nothing, bitch.
Hey, he's that age. He grew up on Nerf. I mean, hey, he used to play baseball.
He
too,
need to
man.
put. He need a little bit more years in
Yeah,
his
he
belt
got to put
tank.
some more under his belt. After they lose to us in the AFC Championship game, then we'll come back to this conversation.
Right.
Yeeties. It's gonna be a cold.
So,
winter.
Jared, next topic, sir.
So over the past weekend, there were 2 active shooter events, 2 mass shootings. One was in El Paso, Texas, at a Walmart, and the other one was here in Ohio, in Dayton, one of the party districts called Oregon District. Our hearts and minds are with all the victims and the families of the victims. It's just such a sad thing to see, especially, you know, when people's lives are lost, innocent lives. You know, you heard this story in El Paso, Texas, like the parents of an infant baby were killed because they were protecting the baby. Like, thankfully the baby is still alive, but just like hearing stories such as that, it's just, you know, sad, and just makes you realize like there's a lot of sick and evil people in the world out here. And a lot of the motivations for the shooters come to find, especially one in El Paso, Texas, is that he was doing his part in the world against Hispanic immigrants, illegal aliens, or just Hispanic people, invasion of Hispanics. That's in Texas, because he said in his manifesto he went to a Walmart that was highly used by a lot of Hispanics. So he chose that Walmart. He actually drove 9 hours, because he's not even from El Paso, Texas, to do that. And what's sad, you know, hear about like some news came out that his mom had called the police before this even happened, because she felt like his son is not mature enough for a gun. You know,
Right.
She knew something was wrong with him, and he went out and buy a gun as well. And so now the issue of gun controls come back is coming back around, and like it's like, what are we gonna do this time? Honestly, because even the thing in Dayton, dude came in with body armor, had a 100-round drum mag. Like, why does a civilian need a 100-round drum mag?
Right.
Honestly, like, why is he able to get that? And like, when you look at these people, you can say that they probably could have got it on black market or something like that, but no, they didn't. And if you look at them, like, these dudes, like, they don't fuck around the black market at all. They really just got these from like gun dealers, like Real Deal Gun Shop, or people who sell guns, or probably a gun show. So, you know, it's just sad to see.
Right.
Absolutely, man.
And y'all got thoughts about this?
I just, man, like you said, thoughts and prayers to people who lost their lives and their families and people that got to deal with this. My biggest thing I want to say about this is I just feel like a lot of times we do a disservice when I understand the information got to come out and stuff, but I feel like a lot of times we do a disservice to the victims and, you know, people that got to deal with the losses when people come on TV and say, well, I knew something in high school, or I knew something there, or this person said something to me and I just blew it off. And I just feel like that's such a disservice to the people that have lost their family members and, you know, had to go through this tragedy and stuff, because it's like, well, speak up, say something then.
Right.
You know what? This is not your old, oh man, my friend stole or even robbed a bank or something, or, you know what I mean? You should report that too, but I'm just saying, like, this is like serious stuff. People, you talking about, oh, this dude had a hit list. Oh, he had a kill list. I knew this stuff, but I'm not going to say anything.
Right.
And people lose their lives because you're not saying nothing. Like, I just don't understand that. And then, like, the cops, whoever the people were that the mom went to and said something, they did nothing either.
Yeah.
And then I feel like then we shift blame on so much other stuff, you know, video games and stuff. Yes, it might, you know, weak-minded people, it might affect them somewhat, but there's people in almost all of these cases. And let's not forget about the shooting in California either.
Yeah, Gilroy.
The Gilroy Garlic Festival. RIP to those people, man, and, you know, thoughts and prayers with them too and their families. But it's like we try to blame everything else except for people taking what initiative and doing what they have to do to stop this kind of stuff, man.
And the thing about Texas is an open carry state, so they had the press conference that said, yeah, him walking in with the AK was legally like nothing wrong with that because Texas is an open carry state. Well, Texas really got to just like change their laws on that.
Right. Something. I mean,
come on, man. Like, I know everybody.
Why do you need to bring an AK into whatever you're going? Like,
right.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
only for a situation like this that you caused now.
Right.
Like,
so something definitely got to change with the Texas legislation.
And I understand what they're saying, but if you see the pictures and the video of him walking in, he don't just have it. You know, like I've seen people like there's been multiple pictures coming out and stuff. People got them on, they got them on their back or whatever. They over their shoulder, they hanging off their back. The dude come in like this, dude. He got it already. Like, you don't just walk around with one like this. Oh, I'm about to shop at Walmart. I'm gonna hold this gun like this the whole time. Like, he had on the earmuffs and everything. I mean, it was just, man, like, dang.
It's just amazing though how they took him alive. When what's his name?
You know,
what's his name? John. What was his name? I forgot his first name. His last name was Crawford though. He was in Dayton too with the BB gun and got shot with the.
Oh yeah, I just I don't want to spark any more controversy, but I just think it's crazy how everybody different. Every cop responds differently and stuff. But I just think it's weird how these mass shooters just. I'm done now.
Right.
Just walk up to you after I just killed all these people and just arrest me. Like, I don't know, man.
But you kill a black guy protecting somebody at a mall by accident because he took the gun out of the killer's hand.
Did any more information come out about the shooter from Dayton, like his motives or anything?
I just had a kill list that came out, and
I know one of the victims was his sister. Supposedly.
Yes, he killed his sister. Now I don't know if it's substantial. I don't know if they said he actually went to kill her, or she just happened to be there. Nobody really knows, but man, I mean, for those parents or whoever, that's got to be crazy.
Yeah, man.
Like lose both your kids, and one was because of the other one.
Right.
Like, man, that's crazy.
I don't know.
Man, we got to do better with the laws or something, man. And I'm all for gun rights, man, because I got a family. We all got families. We need to protect ourselves. But
let's just be smart about it.
That's what I'm
like
saying.
if we're gonna have these gun laws, honestly, me personally, you making the process harder.
Yeah.
It's gonna stop some of it, but it's not gonna stop all of it. But you're never gonna really stop all of it.
No.
So honestly, you just got to be smarter about it. Like you said, yeah, it's legal to just openly carry your firearms in Texas, but at the same time, let's just be like I just said, let's just be smart about it. You're not gonna walk into a BMV with your 9mm, like, hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Just waving that boy around, and just cause you can, like, no, this is a place of business. Like, you can't walk into Walmart with your AK just ready like that. Some should have got handled.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I'm for gun rights too, because it is tons of like gun enthusiasts out there who weren't even heard of fly. Like they just like guns, you know. They don't use them to shoot people, or they just might be just collectors, you know, and they're very responsible. But I do think it needs to be like maybe harder stipulations, because what was that one incident? Dude wasn't even supposed to have his guns. He was a mass shooter incident.
Man, start asking people for I'm not a gun owner, but do they ask people for their medical records? Like when they're filling these,
I think the FBI do some type of search. They do a background check, like the FBI do. But
that takes months, weeks to months, though. I'm assuming. I don't know.
Yeah, if you go to a gun place, you can pretty much get a gun in a day or a couple of days.
But the thing
they do like a basic background. I don't know if they do a psychological thing.
Right, they should do all of that.
They do, but it's not that stiff. Honestly.
Yeah. And then, you know, you still have, like, personal and private sales, too.
Yeah, people got personal and private
and then that's why I think, like, maybe it should be something like, you know, how they have state liquor stores, state EB stores, just like maybe only the federal government only runs, like, these shops where you get guns from. Like, you can't do personal sales or nothing like that. You can sell your gun back to the shop. I don't know. Something in that order.
I mean, they do that with liquor. They about to start doing that with weed.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, shoot, guns, you would think,
right.
A whole ass piece of machinery that you can use to kill another person. You would think,
but
that's what it's for.
Yeah, but this is the one incident. The shooter wasn't even supposed to have his gun because he was deemed psychologically like unstable or something like that. But after a while, his father gave him back, and then
I forgot where that was.
Yeah, and that was like I think it should be like harder stipulations on things like
the father
that.
should be held responsible too.
Right, absolutely.
So
But-
and with that, of course, with these mass incidents and shoots, like there's always it's time to shift blame. Like back in the day, you used to do metal music or like action movies or something like that. Yeah. But now, I guess since it's the newer,
New day and age.
the newer type of media compared to everything else, and a lot of the baby boomer generations don't understand it because they didn't grow up with it. They want to shift the blame to video games, but it's just like no. It's been countless studies doing time after time again saying violent people and violent video games do not relate to each other. It's been countless studies, and then once again, also. Video games are massively shipped and produced across the globe, but mass shootings is only a problem here. So definitely, that is not the issue. The issue is gun control, honestly.
Absolutely.
Like, something needs to be done. And it's not video games. Like, I know Trump, that was one of the first things Trump said in his press release after these shootings. But it's just like these older baby boomer generation. I feel like, some of them are my parents too, but I feel like they're just too old. They just don't understand.
Right.
Like, it's time for them to get out of here, Like, not hold these positions and offices to get somebody younger in, who understands the world and things of that nature. How it's a new technology age. Something they don't understand because they didn't grow up with it. And then now, with the response to that, you have Walmart taking down all advertisements that's dealing with violent games. So that means, like, any advertisements you see cut out cardboards in the entertainment section, along with demos of games, but they still selling guns.
So they're attacking every other situation but the main one at hand. Like, we'll do everything else, but we can't stop selling guns because we make too much money off this shit. Like,
and I guess they realized how much of pushback they got, or idiotic that was, so they came out with a statement saying, we tend to look at it from a different perspective. We understand, or something like that. Not saying this will be a long process, but I guess it's just something just for now. But I feel like that's how we do everything. Like, when another one of these mass shootings come out, we talk about it, gun control, nothing happens. A few months down the line, something else happened, and we talk about it again, nothing happens. It's just the same cycle.
With things like this is why America is losing. Just for the simple fact, every time something goes down, we don't want to change it because it might be cost us money. So we attack everything else, but that's the problem right there. We're not attacking these issues head on. We rather hit these little side missions and shit versus going to the, hitting the boss up.
Right, for real.
Gun control.
I'm gonna say Amazon finally got them one. Like, I think this show could rival any of the Netflix series. It's called The Boys. Brief synopsis of The Boys is basically
Wow.
That's all you can say. The
Wow.
It is a different spin on the superhero genre. It makes superheroes look like dicks. It's like, what if superheroes came to this day and age, our time, and was backed by a company, So we might see them more as celebrities or athletes. And basically they're backed by this corporation called Vault. And the Vault makes most of their money from merchandising, like selling shoes, movies, and things of that nature. So in the spotlight, they seem like they're selfless and all about saving, but behind closed doors, like I said, they're dicks. And then also, they hardly have to solve any crimes. Most of the crime solving is done by a team behind doors. Mm-hmm. It's already done. All they gotta do is show up for the cameras, say a few lines, throw a few punches. So it is a very different spin about it. And then also you have this group of this ragtag team, I guess, trying to expose the wrongdoings of that corporation. Behind the superheroes. So, bruh, I'm gonna say, like, this is my new favorite show. Honestly, like, for real, like the characters just alone, I mess with, and just like of all that happens, it's just like I didn't even know where the show was gonna go. And then I was like, oh shit! Like once you thought, it's like, oh okay, start slowing down and think like, okay,
Right, what are we
things
gonna do? Where we going from here?
Then, like the show just ends. It's just
And the way it ends.
yeah, it's fucked up.
So,
Light spoilers for the boys. It might be full on spoilers. Who knows how this conversation
Man.
goes?
the deep.
Right, the deep, he out here raping hoes.
Well, he got raped too.
Right, that was
that was-
hilarious.
I didn't know where to laugh or feel like, ooh, like that was messed up. I don't know.
No, it ain't messed up because he had to get what. Now he
Yeah,
understands what he
yeah.
did was wrong.
He had to get his just desserts.
Right. The Deep, he's, Aquaman essentially. And he pretty much tricked this young lady who just got a part of the squad. I'm the next man up after Superboy. You want to get in good, drop them draws.
Right.
And she did it. It's crazy. She did it. She felt pressure.
She felt pressure, yeah.
But once she finally hit the fan, because she wasn't about to hold back her mouth.
Yeah.
She
She found out he was a lame too.
Right, rightfully so. She exposed him, and they shipped him out to Sandusky, Ohio,
Like we got Cedar Point.
where he
Right,
where he
yeah,
met
no.
a young lady
No
that was
disrespect to
into the meta human life.
Mm-hmm.
Can I stick my fingers in your gills? Like, no, that kind of hurts. She ain't care. She raped him.
Bruh, but when they was making jokes about fucking dolphins, and then you find out it's actually true, I was
Right,
dead.
dog walking these dolphins. Like, it's crazy.
Like, we
But
can't
that's
do
just one superhero. That ain't even the main story.
That's not, yeah.
Like, right. You got Homelander. He's supposed to be essentially Superman, but he's a dick.
He is a straight up dick, like for real. Like I thought he was going to be one of the best ones at first, like because they said he don't smoke, don't drink, and then when they was talking about like how they losing money and stuff, he's like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear how many people you see I saved today. This was the first episode,
Right?
And at the end of the first episode, he shot down that plane.
He's
I'm like,
definitely a douchebag.
yeah, okay.
Killed some man.
Bro, that second plane scene when that was uncomfortable.
that was
But
hard.
this is how they introduce the superheroes to you. This young man is with his girlfriend, and they're having a conversation about him, being a little bit more
5 minutes,
assertive.
yeah.
And next thing you know, zoom, something happens, and all you see is blood. And next thing you know, you see the superhero, and the pieces, blood, and the whatever remainings of her body just hit the floor. He ran through her, like this guy ran through her, and the boyfriend's just sitting there holding her hands that's attached to nothing. The boys.
Just like the first 5 minutes in.
Right.
Right. And then you have Billy Butcher.
Billy Butcher. Let me tell you something. He got mad because, goddamn, his girlfriend fucked the shit out of Homelander.
Oh, yeah. So do you think she was raped or that was consensual?
We gonna find
all
out.
the way to the end of the show, Jared. But yeah, Billy Butcher basically believes his wife is missing, and believes that Homelander and Vought and all these people had something to do with it. So he goes and he gets with the guy,
Anxiety
We
man.
call him Anxiety
Huey.
Man, who lost his girlfriend
Girlfriend.
tragically, thanks to super fast dude
A-Train.
who's on drugs.
Yeah.
Hard drugs.
Hard drugs, hard
Like,
drugs.
I ain't talking weed. Shoot, I'm talking, man, not even
Shooting
crack. Like, he's shooting up. Like, he can't live without it.
So yeah, come to find out, some stuff happened. It was on video. Billy found out. I had the same question as Jared.
And it's still
Do we think it was consensual or did
Man, the way she
just
walked,
leave it there like it was
man, the way
consensual?
she walked out like she just got her back blown out. Like, that was like, oh my
Oh, God.
God. Like, right.
like she was on it though.
But it was crazy because, like, his whole dynamic, his whole motivation. Homelander did this to me. He fucked my family up. And then you come out I just want to know how that's going to play or still motivate this shit in the second season.
Right.
I want to see how it goes from here.
No super spoilers. Got a few spoilers, but no super spoilers.
Yeah.
The ending is crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy. What's another crazy moment?
Oh, when they when
Dude
he
eating
blew up,
ass.
when he blew up Translucent Man.
Oh, yeah.
They version of the Invisible Man. He's a perv. He got to be naked to be invisible. By the way,
He's yeah. And then he's just in the bathroom just studying, looking at people.
Posted
Invisible. Just like, bruh, there's something wrong with you, like, for real. But I don't know, but end up finding out like his skin is like diamonds. Nothing can penetrate or hurt him.
So they had him locked in this cage, and they was trying to find, and he would just turn invisible. And they was just trying to find a way to, get this guy.
It's like electricity would knock him out, but he would stay dead.
Old French guy had a plan. So they knocked him out, and then he wakes up like, what y'all cocksuckers doing, or something along them lines. Pulls tight on him like, I don't feel so good. Oh yeah, that's right, because you are a little invisible, man. You like a little turtle in your little shell. So we couldn't penetrate the shell, so we just had to find a hole. So, we would have put it in your mouth, but you might have just threw that shit up. So, where else we put it. He turned back regular, everybody could see him. He started begging. Somehow he gets out. I ain't gonna tell you how, go watch the show. He gets out, and next thing you know, he's pleading with anxiety, man, aka Huey. Like, don't kill me, just let me leave. And for a second, you think he's gonna let you leave. He hits that bomb button. Psh, when the bodies hit the floor. The bodies hit the floor.
Right, then you got the crazy chemical.
Oh yeah.
The Chinese Agent
man, Agent Zero.
Punching people to death.
Man.
But what's up though with Black Noir? Like,
what does he do?
Man,
he plays the piano.
He killed that piano. He killed that shit.
I always wondered. He just literally just there. Like,
man, I can't wait to find out who he is, because I stopped the video because they was talking about like other characters, and then like when it comes to find out to be, and I was like, let me pause that. I ain't gonna watch this video no more, because so it's adapted from it's adapted from a graphic novel, and it hurts. That shit is even like 20 more times discussed. They were like just raunchy in the graphic novel, because apparently we talked about Starlight,
right?
How she the Deep made her suck it off in the graphic novel or the comic book. Everybody, she sucked off everybody, like right there and there. Yeah, it was.
Oh.
Yeah, it was that bad. But apparently with this universe, they have like different teams too. So hopefully they get into that more. They have like this one team for like the X-Men. It's based off the X-Men. Somebody else. They have their own version of Batman too. That's not Black Noir. I forgot they call them in like all these other different teams.
Okay.
So
so Vault got them a.
Mm-hmm.
The Seven's just the main.
That's just like the Justice League,
right?
For real. Basically, it's just the Justice League. They have like other superheroes and stuff. Apparently, because they had that one dude who played by I See Dead People. That was him. The Mesmerizer.
Oh yeah,
that's Billy Joe Osment. I See Dead People. That's him. Yo, shout out to him, bro. He got his ass beat.
Right. Mesmerizer got mesmerized by that ass whooping. Like, that shit was crazy, bro. Y'all go watch that.
Yeah, definitely go watch that. I seen Hobbs and Shaw this past yesterday.
So moving on.
I would say it was entertaining. It was cool. I mean, it's more absurd action. It's just crazy how far this series has gone and went, and they hear talks that they possibly could go to space. I think they're just trolling. But
come on, man.
Driving a car on the moon on a satellite.
I mean, Idris Elba, he did his thing. I ain't gonna lie.
What car they gonna take to space? They gonna take the Charger?
My only
Phantom.
Phantom. I mean, it's a couple faults. I mean, you just have to take it for what these movies are. It's just like a cartoon. It's like anime. I'm sorry, Joe, but like it basically is this absurdness.
But anime is good.
I know. I mean, it's just because it's not the look, but
it's okay.
Yeah. It's a dumb action movie. It's a lot of dumb action movies, So you really look at me like that?
Because I hate fast.
No, not Mission Impossible, bro.
It's on the same trajectory. They're all the same.
No, they're not.
Except now they do have a super villain.
Bruh.
In the Fast and Furious.
It's not all the same. You used to champion Paranormal Activity. Don't call about Mission Impossible, bruh.
I said it was cool.
No.
The first one, and then I learned my ways.
Mission Impossible. If we champion John Wick, we can do Mission Impossible.
That's different.
Nah.
That's different.
Nah. Both dudes do all their own stunts.
But that's John Wick, though.
Okay. And that's
John Wick's like the new Chuck Norris.
It's Ethan Hunt.
But yeah, so
I think you just
shout
don't
out to
like
The
Tom
Rock
Cruise.
because he getting the bag.
He definitely getting the bag.
Why was Tyrese coming after him?
Oh, probably. Because, you know, Tyrese, when he got on camera, when we first started seeing that breakdown, he was mad that The Rock was going to do Hobbs and Shaw because it was going to push back a year for the next Fast and Furious. And, you know, Tyrese was looking for, he was looking for that check this year.
Oh.
So it's like, don't do that, man. You're breaking up the family and stuff like that. And come to find out, I mean, Hobbs and Shaw made a good enough money, but not as much as the last Fast and Furious movie. So that's why he's going on The Rock, like, yeah, look at that. You took that, and look at this, or whatever. But I say, you know, it's entertaining. It's funny. The banter between The Rock and Jason Statham.
Right.
You know, Hobbs and Shaw, the characters. You know, it's pretty funny, but it does get old after a while. Like, they keep just going in. Even though the insults are funny, but it just keeps going. Like, bruh, when you guys ever going to work together?
It's never in the story, huh?
Basically. But it's a few funny cameos in here. It is entertaining.
Talking about Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. It's another one, too.
Oh, for real.
It's another one.
I saw the Ryan Reynolds one on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
It was him and The Rock, and they were showing off their Samoan tattoos.
Oh, yeah, that was in the beginning.
Ryan Reynolds called him Rebecca. That shit's funny.
Yeah.
That shit's funny.
That was. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny. It's funny. Like, the action is absurd, and it can feel repetitive with the action, with them using the same camera scenes and to different same angles and things like that. But it's too long though too. It's 2 hours and 16 minutes.
2 hours?
It's 16 minutes.
Can you break down the synopsis of this video? Like, what's the actual plot to this movie?
Basically,
how does Idris Elba become?
Basically,
Super Elba.
The virus is on the loose, and Idris Elba wants that virus, and Hobbs and Shaw is trying to get it, you know, for the CIA, you know, to put it in safe hands. Basically, Idris Elba's people created it, basically. Well, no, they was looking for it first. Yeah, they was looking for it, but, you know, some other government officials came in, took it, but they looked at this person as a traitor who actually took it, but she was just keeping it safe, so Hobbs and Shaw was that person.
Well, I will give them this when it comes to this movie. At least The Rock is actually an agent.
He's been with
That's
DSS.
what I'm saying. He was actually an agent. What's the name was actually some sort of agent
Black operative.
That makes sense. At least this part of it makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They weren't just mechanics. So I can actually see them calling them and being like, yeah, we need y'all for this mission. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the Fast and Furious makes no sense.
That's what I'm saying, like after Fast 5, because like they were still just like regular people. I guess Fast and Furious, the fourth one, that's when they start getting, this dude was like start getting superpowers. Because it was like a few scenes. It was like, then Fast 5, that was lit. Then we talk about 6. And then this is what I don't understand. Jason Statham's character, Statham, whatever he says, Statham. He is a badass. Like, they made him a badass. And he's a beast. So how the hell Vin Diesel's character beat his ass in Fast 7? Because he took it to the streets.
I forgot all about that.
Basically using 2 windshield wipers like swords or some shit. And then...
And he's literally a trained operative, though.
Yeah, a trained operative.
But
clearly,
he took it to the
all
street.
I had to do was go to school to be a mechanic.
Right.
Because I could have done everything I wanted to do.
And that's why I was talking about Tej Ludacris' character from Too Fast, Too Furious. He was just really a regular guy with an auto body shop.
Right.
Now he's a tech guy who knows karate. Like
talking about a deep tech guy.
Yeah, a deep like he's not just like, you know, fix your computer, but like
let me manipulate these US satellites real quick.
Yeah.
I learned this at IDC, whatever it's called.
Right, I'm about
MIT.
to fight this chick who's got a plane with satellites on it that has been doing this forever.
Right.
I'm about to hack into this shit.
But
I'm about to hack into this Soviet submarine. Like, what the?
He got the yellow book, Hacking for Dummies.
Right.
Oh my gosh. I think Roman character is on the stay true character. He don't even he always complain and stuff. I don't really even see him fighting that much.
He was stay true until that point where he slid across the ice on the
beginning
door,
and it was
bulletproof. And all of a sudden he was petrified, and all of a sudden he just gets up.
Headshot.
Trained marksman.
Right.
Dude, John Wick everybody.
95 miles per hour on on snowmobiles. He just like 1, 2, 3.
John Wick. He John Wick for that moment. Oh, okay. Yeah, like you said, at least they were trained opposites. And the movie's way too long. They could have did without the last act. I thought this one scene was going to where it was in, but then it was like he has to go back to Samoa and some other shit, and I'm like, wow.
The Rock.
And that's when you see Roman Reigns.
So Roman wasn't even in the.
He's at the last part, suplexing and stuff, people, things like that. Doing wrestling moves. His Uso. It wasn't even his brothers for real. It was just like
right. I'm sorry you had to experience that.
The whole last thing.
Shout out to Roman.
Right.
And they use you remember the Sherlock Holmes movies by Guy Ritchie? Like some of the camera angles they use for the fights, the fist scenes or whatever. They do that a little bit. Like, oh, you took that for Guy Ritchie. I don't know. That's some real nerdy shit if you know that.
Right.
But yeah. Yeah. That's about it. Oh, Joe. So apparently
Y'all still want to talk about that? I'm asking.
It's up to you.
Aquaman.
It was funny.
It was funny.
Your in-depth insight about it.
So apparently on
Young Justice,
yeah.
Outsiders, the Black Aquaman spent the whole season fighting over a chick, and for some reason decided that the sword that he was fighting against was better suited for him.
Wow.
Basically.
Yeah, basically. Both these two guys were fighting over the same chick, but they ended up saying, fuck this chick, let's fuck each other.
Right.
I was trying to go beat. I was trying not to.
Trying to.
Go that graphic, but yeah, that's pretty crazy.
It's just crazy how.
Did not see that coming at all this season.
I don't know. And we talked about this agenda before. I don't know. Joe might edit this. It was like how they make these characters gay and end up being black men. It's like all the time.
Right.
So it's just like, like all the time though. Like you have this agenda. Like you scared of the aggressive black male.
Yeah, I feel like every time a black character, period, gets in a position of some kind of sort of power, there's always something. There's always like some kind of, but wait,
right,
type thing to it, and it's like, wow, really? It just can't be.
Just can't be a strong black man. Point blank, period. We
like one some of the reasons like he had anxiety or something like that, or things like
right.
that, like
some serious.
Yeah. And the thing about it too, I wouldn't even mind, but it's just like if they make it like the writers make it not as genuine, like they are just doing this just because it's a trend right now.
Yeah. And
like, oh, we got to do this. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because this person wasn't even looked at to be gay, or like was even foreshadowed to be gay. He wasn't even in the episodes before this was even foreshadowed at all. It just happened and kissing him. And that's what I'm saying. It makes it doesn't make it as generous. Like y'all just doing this for the wave.
Yeah, let's just throw it in there.
Like I can see if y'all made him gay from the beginning, or he was struggling with the fact, like you put it in there somewhere, and then it just led up, and then oh yeah, to this point. But no,
just out the blue. Her.
So yeah, that happened in Young Justice. So will I continue? Are you going to continue to watch it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not gonna stop nothing.
All right.
No,
my opinion is my opinion, but it's still a good TV show.
Yeah. And moving on, more entertainment. Call of Duty is releasing Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
But it's not a reboot. It's not a remake. It's a reboot.
Yeah, they're rebooting the whole Modern Warfare.
They're completely changing it.
Yeah.
And it actually looks pretty dope.
It definitely looks dope. And they actually add more recoil to the guns. They finally changed the game engine. They've been using the same engine for years, and that's why games always look aged or not as good as what's always out right now. So I feel like they interchange for good this time.
Modern Warfare, which one is that? Is that the one where they're?
That's a great one.
No, I'm saying you got Modern Warfare and another one.
Infinite Warfare.
Oh, Black Ops.
Yeah. So
Black
which
Ops.
one?
Modern Warfare is more contemporary. It's like more modern times, like what they actually.
Yeah.
And Black Ops is like back in the day.
It was at first, and then it went to the future, and it got absurd too.
Gotcha.
I had Black Ops 4, and I played it one time and it sat there forever until I took it to GameStop.
Yeah, I played it for a month. I don't know, but yeah.
This one looks pretty good.
Yeah, it definitely looks pretty good. It actually brought me memories from college of me when I really was into Call of Duty and played it for like at least a year. Like now Call of Duty, I played for a month and then put them down. You know.
Yeah, and they're trying to jump a little bit into the battle. Well, they did that in Black
Oh,
Ops 4 already, but they try to jump into the battle royal arena and like Fortnite and all that stuff.
Well, they didn't say there's a mode yet, but it is like Battlefield because they have 10 versus 10, 20 versus 20.
Yeah.
I heard they might have like 100 versus 100 ground war. I don't know if that's true, but that would be lit for real. And then they add, I don't know if I said add more recoil to the guns. Right. And did you see the night vision mode? Yeah. That looks dope.
And all I want really out of Call of Duty is give me a fun game back.
Yeah.
If they do 100 versus 100, you know. If y'all don't mind a shitty player on your team, I shoot till y'all say stop.
I'll never be that great at it, but I'll jump in there for sure.
Yeah,
that sounds fun.
And the thing about it too, the mini map is not there because a lot of times people just read the mini map instead of like looking at the screen. They see the red dot.
I'm one of those guys.
They do have it on top of like the compass, but yeah, you have to at least get 2 kills for the mini map. I think.
Oh, spicy!
You gotta get at least 2 kills.
I like that.
To get the mini map. So, I'm excited. This has been the first Call of Duty I've been excited for a long time. I pre-ordered just so I can get in the beta to see how it plays too. So
yeah, I'm pre-ordering too, and I'm definitely pre-ordering it because that night vision goggles is pretty sweet looking.
Are you getting the deluxe?
Yeah.
Oh,
the night vision goggles, which I heard they actually work.
Yeah.
And they look good. They not like the first iteration they brought out. They was all flimsy and like dollar store. These actually look pretty legit.
Yeah, I think they did that with Modern Warfare 3. But yeah, and I'm excited for it because they're actually going to have the campaign this time. Because I'm
a campaign person too.
I'm a single player guy.
Yeah,
for real, mostly.
Yeah.
So.
That's what I mean.
Wait, didn't Call of Duty always have a?
They did, but they didn't have one last
Black Ops 4 didn't have a campaign.
Because they was trying to jump on that Fortnite type, Apex type,
Battle Royale.
Yeah. So I always been like, I would play Call of Duty, the multiplayer just for the fun of it, but I was never that great. But I always loved their campaigns. That was my favorite thing to do is play their campaigns. The campaign stories was pretty sweet, but so hopefully this one will be pretty good.
Yeah. So yeah, I say Call of Duty is back. Hopefully. It don't seem like Activision. Though, I mean, they might put in some shitty stuff later, but I don't know. It just seemed promising this time. No. They said like all future maps are free, which is like a first. They always still ones with the map packs. But yeah, they said all future maps are free. So yeah, I can't wait. We want to talk about 1 year anniversary goals, or we're gonna wait for more?
Right, have to wait.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it, huh?
Yep. John.
Pretty smooth.
Definitely did. John, moral of the story.
Moral of the story is see something, say something. I know it sounds cliche, but man, we literally just had people lose their lives, man, for no reason. We had a loving mother and father lose their life protecting their child on the day they just shot it, man. Like, it's ridiculous, and we need to do something about it, man. Spread love, see something, say something.
That's what's up. Joe, moral of the story?
Moral of the story, be great.
Moral of the story, man. Stop doing the side missions. Do the main mission.
Thank you.
Stop shifting
Please,
blame.
man.
Attack the real issue. That's all I'm saying.
In every facet.
Every facet's right, man. Stop trying to like step over or not tackle the real deal. Like, what's really the main issue? That's what we gotta do better more as America. For real. Black responsibly.
Black responsibly.